So welcome back to the channel and welcome to glorious Wales. I'm on the western edge of the Snowdonia National Park, down on the beach for some sunset photography tonight. So it's about 25 minutes from sunset, and as is always the way, that bank of cloud on the horizon is snuffing out the sun, but we have got some nice light, and I'm going to try and make the most of the conditions and see what we can capture down here on the beach. So for this first shot, we've got these lovely rock pools with the rocks covered in the seaweed shooting out across the beach, catching some of that reflected orange light on the skies, with the beach in the background and the Welsh Snowdonia mountains creeping into the picture on the top right hand side. So for this image I've got my polarizer on just to take some of that glare out of the water in the rock pools. I've got my tripod positioned really nicely. This stone was a bit of a godsend in terms of a tripod stand, because we're actually surrounded by water here on this rock, and if I didn't have this rock, my tripod would be sinking into the sand. So this is just the perfect position for the tripod. It's rock solid, there's no chance of any movement. So I've got the wide angle lens on. I'm at about 14mm. F11 focused a third of the way into the scene. Got my hard graduated filter on just to take some of that glare out of the sky, because we've got quite a lot of contrasting light between the darkness of the water in the pools and the light reflected in the sky with the sun setting and sending those golden rays across. So we'll take that image and we'll put that one up for you. Okay, so the sun's just dipped now down below the horizon, and we have got a bit of colour popping in those clouds. So walking back from those rock pools, I've come across this composition here where we've got this rivulet sweeping around, giving this S curve leading out to sea. Low tide was about an hour and a half ago, so we have got an incoming tide now, but fortunately this little rivulet hasn't yet been covered by the incoming waves. So I'm going to frame this shot up, making sure we keep the horizon level. And there is some colour in that sky, so maybe all is not lost. Still got some nice orange glows in the sky there. And before setting up the tripod, when I'm looking for the composition, what I like to do is just use my mobile phone just to move around, find that composition, moving up and down as well, because that height's important If you get too low, you lose the shape of that rivulet going into the sea. Also, you can try portrait and landscape orientation. So, just going to find the composition before we lose all that colour, and then we'll take a shot. So I've got that composition I wanted with the water leading out to the sea. We've still got some colour left in the sky and definitely some drama with these higher clouds. Whoops. So settings wise, it's ISO 100, f11, 1/6 of a second. We'll take that shot, and if it's any good, I shall put it up for you. Oh yeah, some drama in that sky. So before I do lose the light, just going to say thank you very much for joining me down on the beach. It's a very short one, but sunset's quite manic. As that sun starts to dip, it seems to accelerate away before it disappears over the horizon, and you lose that golden light, and then it's just a question of waiting to see if those colours are really going to pop. Now, I wouldn't say they've popped tonight, but we have got some nice colour, some nice cloud formations, some nice drama in the sky. We've got the oranges, the yellows, and the darker blues. I think from a field-based photography YouTube channel perspective, you can only shoot obviously to the conditions that you're dealt. So I do hope you've enjoyed this short film, and I'll put some more images up in a moment. And until next time, thanks ever so much for watching. You take care, stay safe, and goodbye.